The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Alert.
Hey, Haywood.
We go. 51.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Middle. 10.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Push him back.
And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed. All week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive.
Half 10.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Tackles.
Mike 10. Mike 10.
Bring it.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Ready, break.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Ready.
Run to the ball.
He'll have a first down past the 4.
I'm all over you.
Jennings was the one he was looking for.
Let's go, baby.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
High 7, let's go.
Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike.
Ready, go.
From the gun.
Check.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Check 37.
Cut up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we
After
go.
the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
54. I got you, punk.
Sham!
61. Matchbox. Cut.
To throw again. Love. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Red.
2nd down pass play got him 8
outlaw.
yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check 3. Protein spill.
Mike's 57.
And go.
Now the 4th round pick, it's
Come on,
Kalen
QB, come on.
Balaj.
Check.
This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's a gain of a yard.
Too fast, baby.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Great touchdown, great touchdown.
Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to score first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Get ready.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great game. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the
check
efforts of
girls,
drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Set. Ready. 90. Wolf.
It's a party now.
Go. Ready.
On first down, Love. This is Jennings.
Hey, keep it up.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 8. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
Down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away. Not this guy. He's a route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Ready,
they
ready.
head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Team 6.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I got wide.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Set, go!
Operating from the gun, Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moving. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do they do? Get it to the best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Mike 10.
Looking to throw on second down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 11 yards and a Panther first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Hey, come on, oh.
Mike 10. Mike 10.
Bound to lose one.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Panthers nothing.
51 to Mike.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Come on, for real.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, wahoo!
Going to try and throw on third down. He wants it all for the end zone. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some touch.
Yeah, maybe one of those safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Well, remember last year, Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game. You know, me and my crew, we got to see him when they lined up. We thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, the head coach Ron Rivera.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. They'll run here with Balaj. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
70 in.
Cut. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Alpha. 59 Mike. Check. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Love. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
54.
Back to the air on second down. Love into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Shift. Watch the shift.
Race don't travel. Go.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I know you feel that.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Watch the slats.
Fan.
He's checking crab.
Second and 6.
Blitz.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
Right there.
That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Check 50.
Smoke. Mike, let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to
D-line,
throw
let's get in there. Let's get in there.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. That'll bring up second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
On the ready.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the run.
They run it.
It's run,
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10.
Blue Dart Porkins.
Third and 10.
Haywood. Go.
To throw on third down. Love. And Jennings has it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
All day, baby. All day, baby.
Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown.
Kalen Balaj. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Down blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
That's where you belong.
They only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And it's 3rd down.
319. Sends the mic.
So don't say nothing.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. It could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we...
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
In your face.
Wise motion. Wise motion.
Nice the mic. You go.
McCaffrey on the counter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
I got him.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 52.
Mike 9.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Thomas has got it. Complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You got him.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Gets around him, fights loose. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what's usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
They should have known.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, we got 56.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
What's that?
McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Here comes the
Call it a full
ball.
3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Allen. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set.
The
Ready.
Dolphins at the
54,
line,
90.
ready for their
4,
next drive.
54. Watch 54.
You must be dreaming.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
66. Bullet. Ready, go.
They'll start on the ground
Go,
with the
go,
line.
go, and run.
Running on me.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Let's go.
A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Come on,
Sometimes
set.
it's hard to believe,
15
but
Lonnie, 15
there are
Lonnie.
times this game is about
55,
patience,
55,
isn't it? Has had the game he
55.
expected,
Hut, hut.
but that run there, that may get him
I
going.
was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones
Let's go,
always
now.
think to themselves,
10-2
just
son.
hang in there. I'm just one
Job.
big carry away
Mike,
from
80
busting this
weapons.
open.
Hey,
That's a good start.
You. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Looking to throw. Love. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now
On
a
the
sack.
sack.
But he just needs a
Mike,
touchdown
5-4.
for the trifecta.
Watch
That's about all he
Watch
needs,
screen.
and he's going to go
Watch
for it.
orbit. Twist. Set, go.
Back to throw. Love. And he's going to go down again.
We call that. Ready.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long.
Exit. Now.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Silver.
Pat.
From the gun. Love. And unable to connect. Incomplete.
Yeah,
I'll
baby.
give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Come on now. Let's go.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder,
Mike,
what do punters do
51.
during the
Five
course of
wide,
practice
five
each
wide.
and every day?
You got
The
nothing.
best ones do what we just saw there.
Six
Work on
guys.
positioning the
Six
football and helping their team.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because
Check
the
the outs,
spot
check the
they're
outs.
in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big game.
Half.
Check 52.
Half.
51's Mike. Mike's 51. Here we go.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
Let's go, G.
First down, they're going to throw with Allen. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. I'm playing the wrong football. Mike 9.
Now Allen from the downhill throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver and tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
We got to seal. Come on, D.
Mike 9. Mike 9. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Alert 3.
Regular.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
Unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Pick your game up.
Banjo.
Nine's the mic. I'm going to run you over.
Monday.
Mike 9.
Middle.
Mike over there.
Smoke. Sweetheart.
Mike 9. Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen.
Get that quarterback.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got to seal.
Alert.
I got you, son.
Mike 9. Mike 9.
Buzz.
Mike 9.
Now Allen
Stop
again.
your whining.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the
That's what I'm talking about.
47-yard
Sacks
line.
all day,
Great
baby.
job
Go ahead,
defensively.
take a
I think he
seat.
was trying
You
to
can't
go through his
stop me.
progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. Great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds.
Good
And
work,
they'll
boys.
spot
Let's
it
go.
right at the 20.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
All day. Woo! Okay,
After the
ready?
incompletion, here's
59,
2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check, 59.
No gain on this defense.
Mike's 7, let's go. Mike's 59. Mike's 50. Ready.
Throwing to Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Let's run.
On 3rd down, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, we got Mike
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up being over.
You know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Tim's the mic. Let's go.
This is McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, my 7.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Tim's the mic. Tim's the mic.
Check tight end.
Middle.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. I'm coming.
Right into the gun. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Mike 10.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the flat motion. Pop.
Rush in.
Allen now. Going to throw again. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit. A really nice pickup.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean,
Here we go.
oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive
To
player.
try again after the sack.
Double dog. That's the way.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mike 9.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Mike 9.
Come on.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that
Let's
and a
go,
pass blitz,
let's go.
pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to get so they can't run the football.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third and 11.
Mike, check, 59.
61. Matchbox, light. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Check 24, check 24. Buzz. 59's Mike. Let's go.
From the gun.
I'm all over
He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Giving 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Ready.
On 1st and 10. Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit,
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Focus, defense, focus.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Here we go.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike's 5-4.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Bravo. 54. Jackrabbit. Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26.
Ready.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Your trip is here.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the Panthers' 26.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
You can't block
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Brashad Perriman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop it. It's like full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Right, 80.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Hey, home.
Mike 9.
Hey, we gotta get to.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
It's our time.
Mike 9. Mike 9. Bang out.
Stop.
Let's get it together.
There's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Allen operating from the gun. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
All day.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Dolphins take over.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensive players. No real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. He's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. You know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth,